Hi everyone. So today I'm going to solve this question. The question named is minimum add to make the parenthesis invalid. Okay. So what we are given, that we are given this parenthesis string is valid only if the string is empty. Okay. So let's say we are given this string. Okay. If this string is empty now, if the string is empty, let's say if the string is empty, the string is just this way. So we can say that the string is valid. Okay, the valid parenthesis. Okay, this is a valid. Second point says it can be written as AB where A concatenated with B, where A and B are valid strings. Okay, and after that also we need to specify that there is an opening and closing bracket. Okay, and the third point says that it can be written as a single string also, as simply A, where we have this bracket, opening and closing bracket. Okay, it simply means whatever string is present, if the string is empty, then it is a valid. If the string has some string, it should be opening and closing bracket, then it is valid. If the string has some string inside the braces, let's say a b, capital a b, or simply a, then also it is valid. Okay, so this 3 points we are given, and what points we need to assume which are not valid. Okay, so you are given a parenthesis string s. In one move, you can insert a parenthesis at any position of the string. Okay, for example, we have this string. Okay, we have this string. We can either insert the opening parenthesis. Okay, we can here, or choose a closing parenthesis to be okay. So we are given this. Sorry, the string control Z. uh, no, yeah, so we have this string. We can see that we have one opening and closing pair and two just closing pair. We do not have the corresponding opening pairs, so simply we can do one two opening braces, we can open it. Okay, so this is the intuition that there should be opening and closing pairs present. Okay, if not, then the string should be empty, then the string should be like this. Okay, but this is a very like basic case. So before that, we will first of all, what we'll see, we need to find the minimum number of moves required to make the string valid. Okay, so what does that mean? Say we have this. Okay, now how many braces do we need to add to make this string valid? So we have one pair of opening and closing bracket, so we will remove it. Okay, now we have three closing braces, but we do not have the corresponding opening braces, so we will open three closing braces. So now we have the corresponding closing braces also. See, this opening and closing, this opening and closing bracket, and this opening and closing braces. Okay, so I have written down the intuition. Okay, first, you can, as you can assume, that it is a stack problem. Whenever, mostly when parentheses, braces, strings, not strings, but this kind of questions is valid things, we need to use stack. Okay, so we have made a stack, and the number of braces we need to add, for that we have maintained a count variable. Okay, initially count is 0. Now what we are doing, we are starting from the first index of the string. Starting from the first index, we are checking the current element. Okay, the first two base cases we will check. If the string is empty, okay, if the string is empty, sorry, if the stack is empty, initially the stack is already empty. If the stack is empty and the current character is a closing bracket, current character is a closing bracket. What does that mean? That means current character is a closing bracket. Okay, that means we do not have a corresponding opening bracket. In that case, we need to add one opening bracket. Okay, so we had one opening bracket, so we'll add one count now. So count plus plus, we will do one count plus plus. So simply I have done that only. If yeah, I have a closing bracket, I will just increase my count plus plus. I do not need to specify that I am opening this bracket. I know that there is a closing bracket, so there will be one opening bracket added. Okay, if it is not present, it should be added. So we'll do count plus plus. Okay, now the second base condition is if the current bracket is an opening bracket, so simply we will push it into the stack. Okay, why we'll push it into the stack? For monitoring purpose. For monitoring purpose in the next iteration. Means let's say the next the string is this way, opening brackets only, and we do not have closing brackets, so we would know that the stack has two opening brackets and we need two closing braces for it. Okay, so for that we are adding this braces into the stack. Okay, or simply we have one closing bracket also. So if we got one closing bracket now, we will just simply put our stack, what our stack was containing. Our stack is containing just one opening bracket. Okay, this was our current element, and this we added in our stack. Now the next iteration we found that it has a closing bracket, so we will simply remove it from the stack. Okay, so no more count required, no count required for this case. Okay, for that reason we are monitoring this opening bracket, and we are putting it into our stack, opening bracket in our stack. Okay, these two are the base cases. Now wait a minute. Yeah, now if the stack is not empty, we have to remove the corresponding opening bracket from the stack and the closing bracket. Okay, what does that means? That just I explained. If the stack is not empty and the current element is a closing bracket, that means we need to remove the topmost element from the stack, because stack is containing only opening brackets. Okay, so opening and closing is making one pair, valid pair, so we do not need that opening bracket in the stack, so we will remove the first opening bracket and we do not need to increase our counter. Okay, because that is a valid string, now valid pair. Okay, now the next condition, if stack is not empty and we have reached the end index and the current is closing bracket. Okay, now this is a very interesting one. Let's say we have this string and we have reached the ending. Okay, and what it says, uh, and the current is a closing bracket. Okay, so this one is the basic one only, that if the current is a basic closing now, this one is a closing bracket. Okay, and if the stack is not empty, if the stack is not empty, so simply what we'll do, we will close, we'll add closing. Okay, sorry, no, it uh, if the stack is not empty and we have reached the end index and current is a closing bracket. Okay, yeah, current is a closing bracket, then we require to add the string length minus one closing brackets. Why? See, uh, stack is not empty and I is at the last index, and we have the current, means this one is our closing bracket. So corresponding to this closing bracket, do we have the opening bracket? Yes, we have the opening bracket. So we will simply add, we will first of all, what we'll do, we'll do count plus equals to stack dot size. Okay, why stack dot size? Because we know corresponding to this we have uh, done almost whatever the opening brackets were present in the stack, we have done it. So whatever the size of the stack is present, we will add in our counter. Okay, now, okay, where it went? Yeah, here. Now this one is like, this one is the basic one only. Okay, this one is the interesting one. Now what it is saying, that if stack is not empty and I am at the last index of the string, and the current one is neither a closing bracket and nor the opening bracket, it means at the last index, say we have a. Okay, it neither is opening, neither closing bracket. Okay, so in that condition what we need to do, we need to add one opening bracket and one closing bracket before and after it. Okay, for that what we need, we need two brackets. Okay, so we'll add two to the counter, but just not two, we also need to add the stack dot size. Okay, why we are doing stack dot size? What does this mean? It means stack dot size, like we have these many opening braces in our stack, so that many closing brackets we need, okay, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 and 1 5. Okay, that many closing brackets plus two closing brackets for this one closing bracket inside it, two, sorry, one opening and one closing bracket inside it, we have a, so this is a valid string, isn't it? This is a valid string. For that reason we are uh, adding stack dot size plus 2 here also. Here this is a valid parenthesis. Okay, so simply we are adding stack dot size. That means, see, this we have this at the last index now, so simply we will add this many uh, brackets. Okay, sorry, brackets, simple. Now I need to remove things, sorry. Now uh, yeah, and after getting out from the loop, we are getting out from the loop, yeah, let's see if we are getting out from the loop, yeah, we are getting out from the loop. And after getting out from the loop, for loop, now we are checking if stack is empty. Okay, say we have taken out all the peak element from the stack. Okay, if we have taken out all the peak element from the stack, that is all the opening braces from the stack, then we do not need to add anything. But if we have something left in our stack, if we have, let's say, two opening brackets left, so we need two corresponding closing brackets also. So for that we need to add the, what is the size? 2, stack size is 2, and we need two more braces. Simply we'll add the stack dot size in our counter. So if the stack is not empty, simply we'll add stack dot size in our counter, and that will be our answer. So the answer, like the solution was quite simple. The only catching point was here, why we are doing plus 2 and why we are doing stack dot size. Okay. So yeah, and one base case also I forgot to remember. If string, sorry, if string dot length is equals to 0, we will simply return 0. Okay, because it is a valid string. Okay, so I have given you the solution. Okay, my solution is present in this also. Okay, and you can just for a cleaning purpose, you can clean all the comments. I have done one cleaning purpose. I have cleaned all the comments, so it might look a little, sorry, this one also, no, this one only, it might look a little like smaller code. Okay, so yeah, that was like the minimum addition to the code to make the parenthesis valid. Yeah, I'll add the solution link in the description, and the question link also in the description. Thank you for watching. Thank you.